ちにいらっしゃい。手をつなぎましょう。終わりね。
憲兵恩を立つ。目には目を。はっへい。渚のリング待て。いざよ工作せよ。
全部丸見えね。はっよっ
よっ結晶せよ。役払い。
手をつなぎましょう。これこそが知恵の伝道。
っかり立ってな。
痛がっちゃうね。どの目が出るか
粉々よ。はっ兵糧のようにうなれ。ジャッジメント。それそれ。
全部丸見えね。
欲張る。
知識はあなたにも手をつなぎましょう。
渚のリン。
終わりね。
撤収。
へい早く。ふっ憲兵王は立つ。目には目をよっよっ。それ欲張る。ふっ決闘せよ。よっわめきなさい。
急がなくてもいい。はっ産卵せし在へ、言葉なき手がかり。
決闘せよ。よっよっはっよっそれはっ
手をつなぎましょう。
捕まえた。
全部丸見えね。やせ
せ欲張る。
新たな
産卵せし在に言葉なき手がかり。痛がっちゃいない。
新たな発見ね。粉々よ。
急がなくてもいいのよ。かかれ。
はい、しっかり立ってな。決闘せよ。それ。
急がなくてもいいのよ。
よっ。
てもいいのよ。産卵摂取だ。
いい眺めね。高いところに登れば敵の位置が一目瞭然だわ。やっ。はっ。罪人にもこんな時ってあるのね。 大体役に立ちそうね。
よっと。
手をつなぎましょう。
急がなくてもいいのよ。捕まえた。どの目が出るかしら。ふっほっやっ急がなくてもいいのよ。 大体役に立ちそうね。
全部丸見えね。私のお家にいらっしゃい。
糸よ、工作せよ。かかれ。
手をつなぎましょう。
どの目が出るかしら。痛がっちゃい。
欲しいもの。
落車のリン。
いて。
拙者を連れてはっよっと。
また見識を。
新たな発見ね。 宝箱もじゃん。早く。早く。
新たな発見ね。
急がなくてもいいのよ。急がなくてもいいのよ。
わめきなさい。はっ、早く粉々よ。やっ、よっと。よっ、そこ。よっ、早く。へい。視界が開けたわね。よいしょ。よっと。ほっ、よっ。ほっ。 いが開けたわね。
それ。よっ。そら。はっ。宝箱も蛇を穴からおびき出すことができるのね。それ、わめきなさい。やっはっはっ。決闘せよ、早く。はい、わめきなさい。それ、捕まえた。しっかり立ってな。
新たな発見ね。
落車乗り。よっ。
かかれ糸よ、工作せよ。
全部丸見えね。
結晶せよ。よっよっ、わめきなさい。それ
新たな発見ね。
よし。宝箱も蛇を穴からおびき出すことができるのね。急がなくてもいいのよ。この世を渡り歩くにはより多くの身分を持った方が便利なの。君にもいくつか作ってあげようか。
罪人にもこんな時ってあるのね。
砕け散れ。早くそれ。
申し訳ございません。今はまだ夫もどこか行ってしまい、今。
誤解でござる。拙者たちは調査のために参った。
そうだったのですか。お恥ずかしいところをお見せしてしまい。
すまぬが消息はつかめておらぬ。ぶしつけなことを伺う。
普通の収蔵家ならお金には困っ。
ええ、話すと長くいつも嬉しそうに収蔵品を私に見せてくれたのを籍を入れたばかりの頃は。
何があったんだ。
夫はだんだんと制御が効かなくなり、収蔵品をどんどん買い漁っては、特に刀に夢中になってからは出費がとどまることを知らず、ひどい時には売ることもせず、夫の趣味を理解した上で認めていましたが、ですのであの日ひどいことを言ってしまったのです。収蔵。
うわ
それで。
いえ、夫は普段から口数が。私といたしましてもよほどのことがない限り、ただ私がそれを口にした後、夫は突然その時の声がとても弱々しく、本当にかわいそうで、私も許してしまいそうになったのですが、私が甘やかさなければ。ただ彼が本当に。その後家の倉庫が
なるほど。優也殿は長門殿から刀を買おうとしていたが、その過程で。
最初は値段。夫は口数の少ない人です。普段買い物をする時だって値切りなんてしたことありません。
もしかして。
それはわかりません。倉庫がもしかしたら収蔵品が燃えてしまったことで家の莫大、確かに私も怒ってはいます。ですが夫が改心さえしてくれればきちんと相談し合うことができると。
慌てることはないでござる。収蔵品が彼にとって長年の習慣になっていたのであれ。しかしもう一方の手がかりによれば、優也殿は穏やかで、ますます
錯綜どころか、もう
場所を変えて整理してみよう。ご安心くだされ。
はい、本当にありがとう。
今ある情報では曖昧な推理しかできぬな。そして長門家の倉庫のこの件について、
そうだな。いや、おいらはまだ頭を休ませておきたいから。
拙者たちが集めた手がかりによれば、それが最もただ矛盾する点がある。もしも事件が本当にそのような、それにとりわけ重要な情報が火事の後に行方をくらます動機を持っているのも、考えれば考えるほど妙でござる。時期的には合致し、それに優也殿には襲撃者として最も肝心な。
同じところに行き着くかと思ったのに、そんな虫のいい
せっかくここまでもし解決できれば、雨の間東郷殿も。
じゃあ
まずは燃えた倉庫へ足を運ぶ。
Wait. I hear something ominous in the wind.
Oh! This must be another one of those sounds. As sketchy as that whole thing seems, you did put it to good use when we were chasing down.
Now I'm
But there's nothing here.
It's gone now. But I can still sense the direction it left. It felt very much like that ancient presence in Inazuma. Indeed. But we should remain vigilant.
Huh. So it's an
The force is the source of the Tatarigami energy has long since left this place. Judging from the concentration, I would have
Mrs. Nagato said her husband used to hang around.
It could well be that he was already under the influence of From what I've been told, Tatarigami does not turn, but most will develop a stubborn streak upon being Mr. Nagato had an interest in collecting to begin with.
So what should we do now?
Step back. I'll open the door and take a... If we don't open this door, we can move no closer. You needn't worry. Both of us.
What's down there?
Everything's buried in debris. I can't see anything. It looks like the fire caused a cave-in, reducing the entire warehouse to rubble.
That was too scary! Paimon was...
All we can do now is keep searching in the direction. Two ordinary humans, entangled with the Tatarigami. Yes, let's go. Quiet your mind and focus on what you sent. From this point, the trail appears to... The main source of the Tatarigami energy continued on into the distance.
Whoa! Look at all those hilly churls! They're acting really strangely.
Something seems to be drawing their attention. Let's take a closer look.
Things are about to get dicey. More speed.
By the looks of it, a letter, written on a piece of... Well, Let's... According to this letter, a conflict. Yuya started the fire that destroyed the warehouse and wounded Mr.
So,
He was not only mortally wounded, but also under the heavy influence of Tatarigami. Whatever traces there may have been of his fate beyond after. Yes. Right now, if Amenoma Yuya is attacking other people indiscriminately,
right. So let's get moving.
I wouldn't be surprised if he, for a practitioner of the martial arts, all the clues that I have a hypothesis that, if it's correct...
Wait, you figured it out?
I believe so. But it's something on with the search.
Why here?
I'm not sure. Show yourself!
Kaede Harakazua. It's you, at last.
Aha! So what's your problem, huh? What could you possibly have against Kazuha?
Indeed, there should be no enmity between us. But what if instead of facing Amenoma Yuya, we are in fact facing the blade in his hand?
Now that you mention it, it is... Whoa! Surely you...
Tatarigami energy often lodges itself within physical... The blade has resided in Mr. Nagato's warehouse for many years, affecting his state of mind. Or rather, as a means to occupy Amenoma Yuya's...
You're sharper than I thought. Many years ago, I was forged by a famed bladesmith of the Ishin tradition, as a descendant of the Kaedehara clan.
I presume it has something to do with the Raiden Gokai.
Indeed. At that point in time, he failed to live up to the Raiden. He was a bladesmith of great renown, a master of his craft. There was nothing... And sure enough, in the end, he achieved what he had set out to do. He not only bestowed upon me the greatest in her conceit, the Raiden Shogun lost not only the single most...
So... swords?
The people of the time in which I was born never believed I had that kind of power. After the death of my creator, I decided to leave Snezhnaya. I seek but one thing. To face the full force of the Raiden Shogun's blade and prove my power.
So, Amenoma Yuya, tell me, what happens to those you've possessed when...
My hosts? Who cares what happens when they got tired, or injured, or unusable? I hopped to the...
You're...
After I returned to Inazuma, I decided to bide my time at long last. I'm approaching my journey's destination. Kaede Harakazuha, you stood against the Raiden Shogun's Muso no Hitotachi. Now, give your body...
Everyone hold hands! The Temple of Wisdom!
Dissipate! I'll settle this. Quietly now.
You shall rewrite history!
Freeze to the core!
Join me and sever that divine light! Do not stand in my way, or I will strike you down
Your bluff's fooling no one!
Lost. I can never lose. It is this body that has reached its limit. Nothing. Even if you defeat me here, the one who falls will not be me, but this. He is but a puppet that can be replaced. I can take a new vest. The end result is the same. I will end this wretch's life before you can lift a finger. And even if I were to lose my physical form, it is by any means necessary.
Your fighting style. It is indeed the forms of Ishin art. But from your movements, I sense only hatred and...
Really?
As I've mentioned before, the forms of Ishin... Since the blade is currently possessing Aminome Yuya's body, its movements... If you ask me, the mania is probably due to your desperate...
Are you trying to claim that I am helpless without you? On his deathbed, he passed to me all of Ishin. In that regard, why would I...
Because all of that is in... I've been wondering why you've not caused more trouble in all the years that you've been in Ina's... Now that I've seen inside your mind, everything finally makes sense. After all the time that's passed, you have grown weak.
Oh, that's right. Paimon remembers.
Only when Mr. Nagato witnessed his wife's distress and decided... Well, that brings me to my second point. You were determined to fulfill your maker's ambition, whatever the cost. I think you realized your limitations long ago. The more you clenched, but the way I see it...
What would you know about any of this? I'm just one...
You returned to Inazuma to prove the unparalleled brilliance of Ishin art. Even if you were to sever that divine light. Sure, you inherited the secrets of Ishin art. But even how could you possibly unleash the full potential of Ishin art when you act in perfect discordance with the principle of harmony?
Silence, you blabbering... I must achieve my goal. I will concede that you are most perceptive.
And you should face reality.
Easy for you to say. Facing reality... I have no need of anything that would stand in my way. It is pointless to argue further, descendant of the Kaedahara clan.
How stubbornly you stick to... I do not believe for a second that you can challenge the almighty Shogun in your current state. So let us make a bet. And I will put...
What? Surely you're not...
Very well. Then find yourself some enemies with whom you wish to cross blades. A taste of my power will more than convince... Once we have dealt with them, we shall proceed to Tenshukaku.
And as for your end of the bargain, if you lose, you must release Aminome Yuya from your...
I accept.
Don't do this, Kazuha!
This is the only way to save Aminome Yuya. If we don't do this, he'll forever be the Blade's puppet. The Cursed Blade's strength is currently very weak, and I sense he's hesitating. This suggests his heart. The power of the Tatarigami lies in intensifying existing obsessions. This is the reason Mr. Nagato and I... Even if things take a turn for the worse, we have a chance here to save an innocent victim. I am willing to
Your disdain for me betrays your woeful ignorance. I agreed to this bet now. Take me in your hand.
Kazuha?
I'm okay. I felt a little dizzy at first, but it's all right. So far, this was as I expected. I will.
What should we do next?
We find some enemies. Although this blade has endured much turmoil, if a blade built for Ishin art cannot enter a state of harmony, if he wants to avoid reality, then we need to fight until he has no choice but to face it.
Wait a minute! Paimon remembers hearing since the Takasukasa clan abandoned that secret base.
All right.
What about...
The blade says he'll let Aminome Yuya trail us silently. Although he hasn't regained...
Are we sure this is a good idea? Okay, fine.
everything on this journey to me.
Wind Strider. As one with wind and cloud. Into the wind. The fairy. The fairy.
How are you feeling?
I'm all right. The blade is performing largely as I expected. Though he's making every effort to persevere, I do...
Something else on your mind?
How strange. Rather than... Let's keep going.
Let's get down to business. How's this? Wind Strider. Boom! The wind knows. My blade. See no more. Lucky day. Falling leaves adorn my night. Into the wind. To the fairy. To the fairy.
Whoa! Something's up with the blade!
I can sense that his strength is slowly fading away. He cannot hold out much longer.
But what would that do to Amanome Yuya?
I will be careful with it. He also says he does not have... He's still trying to achieve his...
Time to go. Wind Strider.
Fall before me!
Time to go. Clouds high. The birds call.
Are you okay? It looked like you were...
Yes. And it looks like he's
The sheen's grown a bit dimmer again. It doesn't look anywhere near as impressive as it did at the start.
Perhaps this time, we'll finally have a chance to see his true form.
True form? What are you... Is this the same blade as before? It looks like a piece of junk!
If you choose to continue in the state you're in, you wouldn't even be able to beat Samurai and Kairagi, much less the almighty Shogun. Maybe you did truly wield power to rival the Shogun's light when first forged. But it barely needs stating anymore. Your ambition is a flight of fancy. I've finally figured out why it was that you agreed to my bet. You wanted to reach a state of harmony with me. For perhaps then, but regrettably, we are nothing alike. I will never understand the only one who truly understood you at all.
Here they are! Take them down!
Where do they keep coming? Yup! We can...
Don't worry. I'll use my own blade. It's just more of the...
Let's get down to business.
I'm ready!
Wind Strider. Time to go.
You fought way better with your own sword.
You are a true Kaedehara in flesh. No one knew anything of my story throughout my travels. I thought that if I could achieve Ishin harmony with you.
But in this too, you have failed.
Indeed. No matter how hard I tried, I could not. Too much time has passed. My physical state is poor. Yours is the blade that took on the Muso no Hitotachi.
Actually, this is just a generic blade that I picked up during... Forging and maintenance are both important for a blade, but they are not everything. This blade has traveled the land with me for many years, and we have formed a close bond during skill, blade, determination, and desire. There is something else I must tell you. Though your maker may not have been a Tatarigami as a malevolence from the ancient past, though you tried to cooperate with me while I was wielding you,
I sensed it, but...
I resisted its temptations because I wanted to save Amenoma Yuya. I feel a great sense of regret for you. The moment you embarked on this journey, you lost the only person who could have ever unleashed your true potential. You have known this for a long time.
He gave me everything. How could I possibly... I said to him, do not...
Aww.
I believe our bet is now settled. I have...
Where are you going, Kazuha?
He now has neither the ability nor the motivation to cause further harm. Let's give him some time to reflect on things. When I touched the hilt for the first time, it is a bladesmith lay quietly on the bed. His frail face barely visible. A newly forged blade lay by his side.
Wow. That was...
Indeed. While in exile in Snezhnaya, he spent the rest of his life in the forge. He felt intense regret at being tricked by the Fatui, but he could never again return to his home, so he instructed this sentient blade to find a way back. All he wanted to show was that they once shone brilliantly as...
So that's the... But after that, the blacksmith and...
Right. I believe the bladesmith might never have known that the power he worked with was that of the Tatarigami. This blade has committed unforgivable atrocities, but only because it lost its original... Yes, time would not wait or stop because of his determination. He seems to have calmed down.
When I look back at the past, I once told him that I would pay any price to fulfill his wish, but darkness and slaughter numb the mind. Not only did I fail to fulfill it,
You are finally seeing
since we agreed to the terms of the bet, but I still cannot bring myself to forsake his. So, may I ask you to help?
Hey! Now you're adding yours into the mix, too?
It has to be done in this order. At least hear what I have to say. And if you don't agree, I will still release Amenoma Yuya as promised. My physical form, as well as the knowledge I possess, should still be...
His attitude has grown a... What do you think, Kazuha?
Let's hear it.
Thank you all. When I was first forged, my maker was already Alas, nor have I ever had the chance to... My fights were devoid of any noble meaning. They were merely the next step in my never... You are a fine warrior. I would...
Oh? And who...
I will release Amenoma Yuya and restore his consciousness. Perhaps after that, you must have plenty of reasons to both hate me.
Understood. Then let's...
I see. He used my body to inflict... I utterly despise him and his actions. but since he stayed true to your agreement by releasing me, if a duel can help to set this state of affairs in order, I do not wish to be a mere victim.
There's no need to worry. We'll vouch.
Thanks for your help. Who knows how the—
All right, then let's move. More Ronin could appear at any moment. In any case, for a final duel, I think...
More speed. Easy, man.
This reminds Paimon a bit of the Crux class. Yep, we still can't let our guard down. Still, even if he's way past the point of redemption, are you ready?
Ready? Okay. Successor of Ishii.
Successor of Amenoma art, Amenome Yuya.
Honored to cross blades with you.
It is my honor also.
Wind Strider. As one with wind and cloud. That hurts. Wind Strider.
Thank you for the... Although he appears battered and broken, in your hands it seems he's regained a glimmer of brilliance. His sense of savage cruelty has
You also fought well. I'm sure he... There are a few things that I shall leave him to tell you himself.
I must apologize to you.
You need not seek my forgiveness, nor do I have the right to forgive you on your victim's behalf. It is too late for all...
I do not wish for forgiveness. I only hope that you will see my transgressions as mine alone. I strayed far from the straight and narrow path, but the Ishin... I beseech you. Please...
Yes. I too trust Mr. Kaedehara to do the right thing.
Thank you, successor of
This blade has also told me that he has another wish. He would like... Maybe we can go back there together.
What does he want?
I'm not sure, but...
More speed. Shudder! Dissipate!
I am sorry to have troubled you.
A prized Ishin blade. Considering their... But I have some good news as well. Ryu...
Really?
Yes. Badly wounded. And now that Yuya is back...
I think I know what you want to...
What's wrong, Kazuha? Is the...
Yes. He said he wants to take control...
What? No way! How
He tells me that he's thought of another way to fulfill his maker's wish. I have decided... Thank you. Okay. I am ready.
My power is almost spent. Without him, my eventual demise is inevitable. But if I abandon the future to give everything I have in this moment, my physical form can be forged anew.
Everything? You mean...
Yes. The cost is my entire consciousness. You were right. There's nothing that I can accomplish now. But there's still a chance for Ishin art. Once remade, I will be a valuable resource for your studies. Ishin lives on, and its finest hour is yet to come. Even if I am not the one to prove its might to the Shogun, as long as it is an Ishin blade, crafted by Kaedehara hands, it will still fulfill his final wish. Thank you, son of the Kaedehara clan. Over the years, my real name has been forgotten by all. I'm ashamed to utter it, yet it remains strong in my mind. Kagotsurube Ishin. This name is now yours to keep.
Rest in peace.
So, that's why his consciousness will disappear forever after
Kagotsurube Ishin. It seems like deep down he disapproved only in the final moments.
Seems like he really...
The same fervent ambition that gave him the motivation to keep going forward. Speaking for myself, I'd rather see him recognize. I understand. Perhaps this is a flaw in my person. Hearing his wish to rival the divine light touched something inside of your quest to face the gods and trace your sibling. And after everything I've seen, perhaps these
Oh,
I will continue to support you from this point on. No.
wait! Shouldn't we...
Oh, you're right. And it's also time to give him a response.
You've returned. I hear that the Tenryou Commission has already attended to the danger at the warehouse.
Wow! You sure kept your...
Then we needn't recount all the details again. Now, as to your earlier offer, I wish to give you my answer.
What's this?
Kagotsurube Ishin. A weapon craft by means of a series of fortuitous events. I was able to and so, it looks like I will likely continue with my journey across... The Kaedehara clan has always been a family of bladesmiths. Were I to accept your goodwill, I may find myself embroiled in conflict.
You misunderstand.
I am aware, but I still...
Very well, I can understand. However, if you should ever change your mind or find your...
Great.
Where will you travel to now?
As for my next destination, let's see where the wind takes me.
You must have a whole bunch of questions after our last conversation with Nahida. Paimon was ready to ask her a million more questions, but didn't want to seem too pushy. Like, about these descenders. So... brother. Whew. So many questions.